Hello, world, and this is Talkin Live, and Musk must save us some money. Well, here we go again talking about Musk, and he must go ahead and do his job. You know, it's like, to you people that don't understand, Donald Trump hired Elon Musk to come in and find the waste of the money that we're losing in our tax dollar to save our country that is on its way to bankruptcy. Of course, nobody understands that. Nobody don't get it. They don't get it that you sent $20 million, somebody turn them into a fag or a transgender. I just don't get it. Why you people just get all mad, bent out of shape because they're trying to save us money? I just don't get it. All I hear is about Elon Musk. He's the Antichrist. He's a Hitler. He's this. Kind of sounds like what they used to call Donald Trump. Well, they still call him that. But Elon Musk is trying to save us money. And I can't understand now. You take my company. If I hire somebody and my bookkeeper is paid to save me money. And if they see, or in my case, it's my daughter, if she sees a waste, then she has to tell me about it, and I'm supposed to do something about it. Now, if I don't, then that's my business, but that's her job to see the waste and how we can better and bring in more money, which sometimes I don't agree with her. But what I'm getting at, if you have a company, America's like a big old giant country, okay? A company. Well, we call it a company, not a country. We're a big old company, say, and we have 300-something million people we have to answer to, or whatever the voter number is. And it's our job to look for that waste in our country. It's Donald Trump's job. It would have been Biden's job to look into our company and see the waste, but he couldn't stop wasting to look in to find the waste. He was too busy handing it out like candy. He was spending more money than we had coming in. I mean, take for instance, the government, in some cases, and my engineer used to be in the military, he knows what I'm talking about. Back in years past, they pay somebody to make a screw, or just a pencil, or an ink pen, or just some little old simple thing. They charge them $100 to design that ink pen. No, that's true. And then the designer and the company winds up selling that ink pen or whatever it is. They sell it to our government, and they charge it $100 a piece. Now, this isn't true, and that's kind of things that needs to be stopped. I mean, does it cost $100 to, what does it cost to make a screw or a nail or something? Just a little simple thing, and maybe the nail has a bigger head than other nails, and that's what they pay a little extra for, because it's different. And that's basically the way the government works. All right, now, I've got this issue with, and I'm not being racist, I'm just talking about saving money for our government. We have people coming here, open hotels, convenience stores and all that, and I've said this before, They take our money, they build a hotel, or they build a project, whatever the project is, they get special privileges. That's not right. They get, if the rooms, in some cases, if the rooms are not rented, they still get paid for it by our government. Now, this is a fact. This ain't guessing. This is just a plain out fact. Come from other countries. And you let a poor man go. I go down there to the bank, say, I want to build a hotel down here, and I put in for the government. I'm an American citizen, been in one all my life. They ain't going to loan me the money to build no hotel. They're not going to do it. If I want to build this TV station, I go to the government. They wouldn't let me do it, but somebody else, like there's, a lot of networks are owned by different race of people, different people, from other countries. You take NBC, it's owned by, not NBC, our local TV station, owned by Sharkey. But Sharky's been around for as long as I can remember. But he got started probably. I'm not saying it did, but I mean, that's what they're doing now. They're passing out money to people that come here, just like Joe Biden. What was that, $50 billion? How many billion was that he was giving to immigrants to start businesses, buy them a house, all that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff has to stop. That kind of stuff has to stop. And I've said this over and over. When I did a show with AI show with Abraham Lincoln, and I questioned him. It was AI. Of course, you know what AI is. He said the money and the taxes was for the American people, not for the whole world. Give it all the other countries. So that's what we've done. We give, if Russia don't like this, I'm not going to give them millions of dollars to like me. I mean, that's what they're mad about right now. The game, the ripping off, the stealing and the fraud and all that stuff is on the chopping block. And that's why you got people right now is screaming and hollering. Even people that ain't got nothing, they're out there screaming and hollering about it because they're Democrats. And you Democrat, I get so tired of hearing about why you lost. That is exactly why you lost. People are getting tired of you wasting their tax dollars. That's why you lost. They're tired of you benefiting off us. When you get a salary, you go do what you do and you work for that salary. You work for the people. You don't work for yourself like all these politicians that just go in there and get in office. I mean, there's AOC. She's worth millions of dollars now, and she used to work in a bar. She got into office, got elected, and she's worth millions of dollars. How did she get millions of dollars? By being a House representative. How did she gain all that money? She came from a bar to college, and then from college to Washington, and become a multimillionaire. Tell me how it works. Even back when George Washington, our first president, he had all kinds of money when he went in office, but he gained more. But see, this is for the people, you senators, you congressmen, you presidents, and all you groups that represent this country, IRS and all that. That money don't belong to you. You're supposed to manage it so when we get old, we can have an income. You're supposed to give to the old people and the people that don't have nothing, can't make ends meet because our economy is so high, our food and all is so high, and then you give billions of dollars to immigrants and then turn around and let the old people and the people that are sick and afflicted and all that, and you let them starve to death, eat dog food. They can't even feed their dog. They have to get rid of their dog. Man, can you believe that you're that sorry? You're sorry if you do that. If you're guilty of that, you deserve what you get. Children go. Now, I heard something, I ain't sure. I heard Kennedy say something about the kids getting their free meals and all that. I hadn't checked into that. So I can't say one way or the other. But kids still need to get the free meal. They need to get a nutritious meal, give to them. If they can't afford it, their parents can't afford to pay for their child's meal, that needs to be free. When they go to school, they need great nourishment. They need what it takes for them to get an education. I ain't talking about you college people. You go to school, you learn, you potheads, you're snorting cocaine, snorting this and oh, God only knows what. And then you're drinking every day and you're supposed to be in school learning something. Your parents is paying for the college, the tuition. And then some of you made along and you go to college and you wind up at McDonald's, working at McDonald's. And then we're supposed to pay for all that college loans, supposed to cancel them. That Biden wants to do. It'd be nice. You know, you could cancel it. We could cancel them student loans if you hadn't given away so much. We could. Them loans that you got, if America government would have watched our money, quit giving it away, sucking up to other countries. You know, it's like Ukraine said, oh, you can't help. We want 50% of your rare earths. Well, you can't have that. But you can go and send weapons and billions of dollars to help them fight a war, but you can't have that. Farmers here in the country, they need to be took care of. They need loans with no interest. That's what I believe. These people that are working hard and barely able to make ends meet, they need some kind of assistance too. And the money our government is wasted. Can you believe they are sending money, $2 million, to teach somebody how to be gay or something like that? I mean, the list is so long, I just can't remember it all. But I know it's a waste. If my country wants to be friends with somebody, they have to do their part as much as I do mine. Oh, you can't have none of that rare earth, but you send us millions and billions of dollars and weapons and all to fight a war. You need to lose the sucker war if you're going to be of that attitude. How many of you suckers took money out of that and pocketed it that America sent to Ukraine? How many of you in Israel have done that? Pocket that money. And I stand with Israel. But the fact is, if you take that money, you don't use it for what it's meant for, you need cut off. you don't need no aid. If you have a bunch of people with AIDS, you need to pay the consequences. Because most of you got it in adultery, homosexuality, and all that. And some people get it from a shot or bad needle or whatever. But the waste has to stop, and that's what Donald Trump got Elon Musk in there to do. I'm serious about American people. I ain't worried about somebody. I worry about some little children over there starving to death. Them's all one. But them grown people out there having one kid right after another, they need fixed. They can't afford them. They can't feed them. They need fixed. I mean, man or woman. And of course, we know that all those transgenders going to need fixing. We don't want them having babies either. They think. But anyway, why do you complain about somebody that's trying to save your country from going bankrupt and you starving to death? Now, if we had the same administration 4 more years, we'd be done. And I ain't seen the end of the year, 4 years, that we might be done. That don't mean that it can't happen. Everybody do their job, do their work. All bad things can happen to anybody. The biggest problem is not recognize that there's a God and there's a judgment day and there's also a price to pay. Those are the things we have to look at. Every nation has always been blessed if they acknowledge Jesus Christ and stick with Islam. But we're talking about common sense here. We're talking about waste. I mean, I ain't talking about waste from scrap batteries like I did the other day. But I'm talking about waste that's unnecessary. You know, I see a lot of the, every once in a while, like Carolina Reeves. You know that guy, he don't have a Rolls Royce that drives around. He got an old car, pickup truck. I mean, I can name a lot of movie stars. They help and they give money away to help people. But I would say this to you. I try to find out where it's going and make sure it gets to the right, like Loretta Swift. She helps animals out. And, I see these commercials, But see, you got the vice president, you got the president, you got the secretary, you got this, you got that. And they're drawing big salaries. I mean, why does a guy that work at a bank, president, get $50 million a year? I don't get it. Why does he get $50 million a year? Why does these ball players get all this money for this run back and forth with a ball? Millions of dollars. Ain't nobody worth $50 million. Ain't nobody worth $10, $20 million. I mean, we all should get paid for what we do and what we know. But that's a reasonable pay. My engineer would love me to pay him $50 million a year. If I work more. But I always make sure they have what's the money. Don't I?
Oh, yeah. That'll do 10 months. Fine. I think that.
Well, I'm cutting you down to 1 million.
All right.
Oh, but anyway, it is a shame the way the old saying is, it's a shame I'm working on the train grain. Poke salad, Annie. It's just a saying. But I've said this so many times on my shows, and my mother, she lives to be 92 years old. And my daddy, he lives to be 96. He just stands his bark on the tree, but he's a good man. He had his faults like everybody else. He didn't care too much for me because I was a wild, idiotic. He would have put me through college, doing everything, but I chose to be a this and that. So, but anyway, my mother was 92, and she used to tell me all the time that a woman could take more out the back door in a teaspoon than a man could bring in the front door with a wheelbarrow. So, what I got to thinking about is how Congress and all of them they can bring in tens of billions and trillions of dollars in the front door, and then they go out the back door with tens of trillions of dollars. Of course, it's not in a teaspoon, but they can waste. And now I went down to Puerto Rico, and I got much, and I was trying to do a deal with the Puerto Rican government. Okay. So I go down there, and I make a deal with them, and then this in Brazil too. I went down there, and I started a business in Puerto Rico. I was working with some people, and the government wanted their cut. I give them money I'll give them money, but they wanted a cut out of it. And they wouldn't work with me until I give them a cut. But I told them, kiss off, I'm leaving. But I worked with government people down there. And I was going to bring business to Puerto Rico, but they just cheated me and, ripped me off. And, all these politicians go to these different countries. I mean, I'm going to bring Biden up to Ethiopia. And why the crap would he go to Ethiopia? He was out of office, and he's going there to Ethiopia, and he give him $1 billion. Why? The people wouldn't get it. The politicians down there, the dictators and the guerrillas and the government and all that, took a big chunk out of that. And what did he get out of it? Nobody knows. But you don't go to different countries and shell out millions and billions of dollars that you are not getting something back for it. You go to a casino, you lose millions of dollars. They give you a free room. They take you, treat you like a king if you're spending millions of dollars. You're gambling. At the end, the house wins anyway. Sometimes, if you got a lot of money, you can stay in the game. But the biggest part of the time, the house wins. And that's the way it works, it seems like. You go to another country, you gamble with your money, but the house wins. You lose if you're not careful. Now, Elon Musk can do that because he's got so much money. I don't care if he gets to be a trillionaire, don't bother me, or trillionaire twice, don't bother me, as long as he looks out for my country. I don't care who gets rich, but I don't want you getting rich off of my taxes. I don't want you to get rich off the bribing, the underhand, the backstabbing, the sneaky, hypocrite ways you're doing it now. And if you're a Republican, if you're a Democrat, you are a sorry sucker if you ever take any money for things like taking care of children, giving aid to other governments, and helping other people, you're sorry. You ain't fit to live to me, much less be a congressman or president or, you live off the misery and make money off the misery of other people, the poor people. I want to tell you something, people out there. I've been without lights when my kids were little. I've been poor and I've been just barely having enough money for anything. But I'm going to wrap it up now. So I hope you people will understand what Elon Musk is trying to do for our country and shut up whining about it and wait and see what it does for us. God bless you.
The views and opinions expressed on all Talkin Live presentations are those of the host and their guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of the Talkin Live TV broadcast studio, or by this channel or its management.
Hello world! Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to get notifications of our upcoming broadcasts. Explore our large archive of shows. Watch any episodes you need to see again. Find our YouTube channel online at youtube.com/@Talkin Live Show, or on your Roku or Amazon Fire TV home screen. Head to the YouTube app to watch without the need of any expensive cable TV service. Subscribe today. Get ready for some Talkin Live.
In a world where every dollar counts, why pay full price when you can get more for less at Surplus Products for You? We connect buyers with a wide range of consumer goods and commercial surplus inventory. Whether you're looking for discounted electronics, office supplies, home goods, hosiery, or industrial equipment, our platform offers a diverse selection at competitive prices. Our user-friendly website makes it easy to find what you need, secure your payments, and get shipping straight to your door. We ensure a seamless shopping experience. New products are added daily, so there's always something new to discover. You can shop with confidence knowing you're getting value for your money. Join us at surplusproductsforyou.com and explore a world of surplus treasures today.